Welcome to day 5 of the 2024 IPF World Classic and Equipped Bench Press Championships. Presented by Laco and SBD, we are live from Austin, Texas. My name's Joe Whiteley and I am here with the one and only Gary Williams. And Gary, what a fantastic competition this has been so far.
Yeah, look, it has been absolutely outstanding. The format of the competition has been really good, but not only that, the standard of the lifting is well ahead. It's just going ahead in leaps and bounds. Some of the numbers these athletes are putting on, absolutely
and
phenomenal.
The battles we've seen through the masters classes, the juniors, the sub-juniors, we've had records. We had a giant killer early in the week that took out...
We just took out Daiki's record.
And Kadama's World Championship, yeah. Chibrinko, you're right. So this morning we've already had the men's masters in the 76 kilo class and the 105 kilo class. Excuse me, it's the 105s in the men. Now we have the women's masters, and this will be the 76s and the 84s. So this is going to be a lot to keep track of. We have Masters 1, Masters 2, Masters 3 and Masters 4 in the 76 kilo class and the 84 kilo class. Now I believe we're going to have the 84s first with all the age classes and then move through to the 76 kilo with all the age classes there. It's a lot to keep track of, so I do advise you to go to goodlift.info and you can see the live score sheet, and it'll be much easier to keep an eye on what's going on. Here's Sue Hayward, Canada, for 37.5. 75 years old, she's in the M4s. Husband Brock Hayward there, he's been refereeing all week. So is Sue, actually.
Yeah, they've both been refereeing all week. It's been a big week for everyone. Because neither her nor Brook strangers to international platforms.
Nice and easy for Sue.
Good.
Oh, this is good. Bars loaded, Patri Fernandez.
Next out, it's Patri Fernandez, Peru. She's in the M2s. All these lifters are 84 kilo class. We have the different age classes. She's going to open with 60 kilos.
Quite a few athletes from Peru this year.
They have, more than I've seen before,
yeah,
I think.
I mean, we did have a small team from Peru and South Africa, but this is probably one of the biggest teams from Peru I've seen.
Nice and easy opener though.
It is good. Bars loaded, Kelly Fish.
Next out in the M1s, it's Kelly Fish, Great Britain.
And they had a great week so far. I mean, we just saw Sheridan Ray, who's the head coach, been coaching all week, comes out, lifted, gets a bronze medal as well.
Hasn't lifted internationally since Japan 2019, and he comes straight back onto the podium. This is Kelly's first international competition, and she's made 65 kilos look very easy.
Yeah, and that's going to be a huge relief getting that first lift out of the way.
Bars loaded, Monica Wiley.
Really great technique there, no movement through the body at all. We pay a visit to the M3 class with Monica Willie, Canada, looking for 75 kilos. And 63 years of age, 75 kilos on the bar, that's very impressive.
It is super impressive. I mean, 75 kilos is a pretty solid lift, you know, in any gym for a lot of young guys as well.
I think for most female athletes, we all remember the first time the red plates went on the bar, on bench.
This is good.
That's a great debut on the international platform.
Bars loaded,
It's quite interesting you say
Julie
about the red plates. I
Henderson.
remember being in a competition about 20 years ago when all the female athletes were opening their deadlift on triple figures, and it was a huge deal for them.
Yeah. Julie Henderson now.
Yeah, hasn't competed in the IPF since 2019, I think. Great to see her back.
I think it's 2018, Calgary.
And her daughter handling her there.
I've only seen her in 3 lift competitions up to now. First appearance at World Bench, and that
Great
was
opener.
super.
The lift is good.
That's the way you want to open.
Bars loaded, Marie Brandon.
She has a long way to move that bar, doesn't she? No problems with elbow depth.
She's a fantastic squatter. I mean, she generally does the 3 lifts. This is her sort of move back into competition, international competition. She is a great squatter.
Marie Brendan, USA. Again, first international. She's in the M3s, just moved up to the M3s. And there's 60 years old, 82.5 kilos as an opener. And that was super easy.
Yeah, she made that look faster than my 80 kilos. I have to go back to training a bit harder now, I think.
Bars loaded, Rosalinda Such.
Next out, it's Roz Such, USA, for 85. She's in the M1s, 40 to 49 years old, age category. A lot of new lifters at this event. When we say new lifters, we don't mean they've only just started
not
this
new
week.
to lifting, but new to
New to the
international.
international competition. And it's always a great opportunity for national teams when the IPF comes to your home nation. The people who wouldn't otherwise be able to travel. That's a great opener.
Fantastic opener that was.
Lift is good.
The Formula One platform crew out there, they are absolutely on fire today.
They've been incredible all
Bars
week.
loaded, Ajay Decker.
Antje Decker next from Germany for 97.5. Now we're getting towards the fight in the M1s. The 2 German lifters are a stitch ahead of the rest of the field.
Yeah, I think if they both put their openers on, it really is just going to be that battle for silver and gold. I don't think anyone else can really threaten.
Nice and easy.
Lift is good.
To take credit to the all the coaches and all the teams this year, their lift
Bars
selections for
loaded, Tina
openers
Vaughan.
have been outstanding. I don't think I've seen anyone this week that has opened too heavy. I don't recall seeing a single lift where they opened too heavy. There were some technical errors and things like that.
Next, it's Tina Vaughan, Finland. She's in the M2s. Has she only just moved up to the M2s? Last year, I think.
Yep.
And pretty sure she's the incoming world champion and world record holder.
Lift is good.
And that was a blink and you
Wow.
miss it.
And she certainly set the bench high there.
Bars loaded, Stephanie.
Yeah, it's her
Nadine
world record at
Jacob.
108.5. She set that at Sun City last year. In fact, just looking back through the record, Tina won in Sun City and in Kazakhstan the year before and in Lithuania the year before that. Looking for her
Four-time
4th back-to-back
Will
title.
This be her 5th or 4th?
This will be her 4th back-to-back.
Yep.
Yeah, 4th. Lifted cuts as well. But we have Stephanie Nadine Jakob, Germany. Now it's their final opener, 102.5. That was a little slow and awkward.
Slow.
The lift is good.
Hoping it's just sort of first lift nerves.
Well, she seems happy with it.
All right, at the top of the order, second attempts for this flight.
That was a really quick
Bars
round.
loaded, Susan Hayward.
So we've seen her at Euros a couple of times. This is her first world bench and she's top of the field. So in the M1s, Jakob is leading from Decker from Such. And in the M2s, it's Voho from Henderson from Fernandez. M3s, Brendan from Willie. And Sue Hayward is on her own in the M4s. And here is Sue Hayward, gone up to 40 kilos.
Well, this will equal her best lift as well, so she's setting herself up for a personal best.
Doesn't usually lift raw. We usually see her in the 3 lift equipped. Took the title in Canada. I don't think she lifted in Mongolia.
Which is good.
Having a great day.
Yeah, she's really enjoying it. I really love to see athletes enjoy the
Bars
sport.
loaded, Petri Fernandez.
I mean, yeah, we're all here to compete. Yes, it's stressful,
Yeah, we have to
but
remember
it's so great to see
that
them
we
enjoy
do
it.
it because we love it. Patrick Fernandez, Peru, taking a 10 kilo increase to 70. Sitting in 7th place right now. I think in the M2s, the lifters are separated out enough that we might not see any challenging for places.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of room there. Wow, that was a tough one.
The descent was slow though,
was
and I think
also a
she's
10
losing
kilo
power.
There's also a 10 kilo jump. You know, and I know it doesn't seem like
Bars
much.
loaded, Kelly Finn.
Then, you know, it's just a 5 on each end, but it does catch up with you.
I think if she can just keep control and bring the bar down
Yeah.
a bit quicker, she'll regain a lot more power. Kelly Fish now taking a 5 kilo jump to 70. Sitting in 4th place in the M1s.
It was even all the way through, wasn't it? I mean, it wasn't a super fast lift, but it was even.
Gives herself a couple of kilos left for her final attempt.
Bars loaded, Monica Wiley.
Here's Monica Willie, Canada, for 80. She's in the M3s. She's just trying to keep hold of the coattails of the American lifter, Brendan.
Oh, that was an awkward touch there. That
Yeah.
was. I don't think that was too heavy. I mean, we look at the
Attention
replay.
spotters.
It bounced on the chest,
Yeah,
and
she
it's
just never
hard
got
to
tight.
keep your tightness and then pop if it's bouncing around.
Bars loaded, Julie Henderson.
Yeah, that was just, you could see her get loose at the bottom there.
Julie Henderson in the M2s. This is 82.5.
Yeah, I first met Julie back in 2017 World Championships.
Belarus.
It was 3 lift. Her bench is looking really
The
good
lift is
today.
good.
I think she's fairly assured of the silver medal in this
Bars
class.
loaded, Marie Brendan.
And here's a M3 lifter, Marie Brendan, with 87.5. What's the record, Gary, in the
Actually, in the M3
M3s?
it's 102.
Okay, so we're a little bit away. That's very impressive.
It certainly is, isn't it? In the M4s it's an 80 kilo, which is impressive as well.
That was super fast.
The lift is good. Bars loaded, Rosalind Sudge.
Wow, they are flying through this round.
Here's Roz Such, USA, for 90 kilos. Sitting in 3rd place. I think we're going to see in this class, I think Roz is fairly sure of the bronze. And we have the 2 Germans out in the lead, Jakob and Decker, who are going to go toe-to-toe, I think.
Yeah, they're almost neck and neck there. There's not a whole lot in it. Good recovery on that.
The lift is good.
You could see her body position as she started to struggle. She almost lifted her hips up, and she tightened up and kept the bar moving.
Antje Decker, Germany, taking quite a modest increase up to 100.
Yeah, look, I think she's doing the right thing here. She's going to conserve her energy for that last lift. I'm not going to take a big jump into the second. I'm going to have plenty of energy left for my third. So Jakob misses this one. Jakob misses a 105.
Yeah, because she's in range because Decker's lighter.
Bars loaded, Tina Voho.
Tina Voho, Finland. 105 on the bar.
It's quite difficult to understand if you're sort of sitting at home watching it and you're new to this sport. It really just seems like you go out and lift as much as you can, but it's very, very strategic, and you've really got to think about all 3 lifts.
Because as you said before, if you drop a bit on your squat, you can pick it up on deadlift. On bench, this is it.
There's no second chances, is there?
Now, I'd love to see her put in 109 for her next attempt. It looks like she's got it within her.
Bars loaded, Stephanie Nadine Jacob.
$110. She's not bothering to chip it. She's going to hit
that's
110.
the M2. M2 record is 132.5.
Oh, excuse
M3
me.
is-
She's
M3
got
is
the
10.
3
Yeah.
lift record, not the. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so remember at home, if you're watching the bench press record, you have a 3 lift bench press record and a single lift bench press record. Oh, it's a hard one, but she's got it there.
Struggling with 105, but she has nailed it. Yeah, excuse me, Gary. It used to be the 108.5, the world record. That was broken. She still has the European record at that weight.
That's going to change things with Jakob having a tough second lift.
So in the M1s, Jakob leads from Decker and Such. In the M2s, it's Voho from Henderson from Fernandez. In the M3s, Brendan leads Willie, and we have Sue Hayward in the M4s.
I'll be keeping an eye on Decker to see if she changes her lift. Because I mean, if I was Decker, I'd be thinking now, does Jakob have 107.5 in her? If I put on 105...
I agree. I don't think she does. I think I would. It's difficult because they're teammates.
Yeah, it is really tough, isn't it?
Well, here's Sue for her final lift of the day. That's 42.5.
Oh, what a great lift.
She's nailed it. I give you Susan Hayward, your new M4 bench press world champion.
These are our lifters' third and final attempts. Make sure you're making some noise for them. Bars loaded, Kelly Fish.
Kelly Fish now in the M1s. Creditable debut performance at World Bench.
Not a bad way to kick off your career in the international, is it?
And that looked like a really good attempt selection on her third lift. She's got Craig Cogley in her corner there. So that puts Kelly in 4th place at her very first international competition.
Not bad. First international being 4th in the world.
M2s now, and here's Patri Fernandez, Peru, 475.
That's a very slow descent. That was energy draining.
I really do think she'd do better. I mean, it's a good way to keep control and keep your tightness, but it takes a lot of energy to move that slowly.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, I bench equipped mostly, and one thing I've been focusing on in my training is trying to speed up my descent because I'm a very slow, controlled descent, and it does burn up energy.
Monica Willie for 80. She missed this last time. She's going to have another crack at it. It won't change her position. She is the silver medalist in the M3s.
Yeah, I think she just wants to get this on and finish on a high note.
Well, she's got it to the top. 3 white lights. Very tiny redemption arc there for
Look, it's a really tough competition. I mean, you come all this way, for 20 minutes of your life, and you want to get it right.
Julie Henderson, 87.5.
Yeah, this would be a really solid lift for her and a big confidence booster if she can go 3 for 3. First international back. I mean, obviously she's been training, competing nationally, competing locally and things like that. But to come back to your first international and have a lot of success, and I think she's just hit a wall. She's going to get it there, but I think there's going to be a blue card there.
It's a moral victory, but not a technical one.
What a great effort, though.
Showed some real guts. We didn't catch the very bottom of the press, but it looked like she initially pushed up
I think
and not back.
Just a little bit of bar path. But she'll be happy with that performance today. Great first comeback to the IPF.
But look at this, Gary. 95 kilos in the M3s.
I mean, it's just so shy of the world record too, isn't it? I mean, the world record's 102.5.
Well, another year in the lab, and she might have that.
Yeah, she'll be breaking that record soon.
We've not seen her lift at an international before, and that is a phenomenal performance from Brendan. Great work. Roz Such for 95. Guaranteed the bronze now.
You know, interesting about Brendan as well, she didn't weigh in overly heavy. She only weighed in at 80.8.
Wow.
And she's got a few more kilos she could throw on there and move a bit more. Yeah, I just staggered off the chest. Just didn't get the power through the legs. Let's have a look at the replay. She has a good setup position there. Yeah, it was just a bit lethargic off the chest.
The next 2 lifts will decide the World Championship title in the M1 84 kilo class.
Yeah, look, and Decker has gone to 105. Yeah. And I would have too. I wouldn't have tried to push the 107.5 because that's probably a big jump. Yeah. But the 105 could be a payoff if Jakob misses.
Yeah, absolutely right. And Antje Decker.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Moves into the lead.
Look at that. That was a great move.
You're right. She had 102.5 put in, which would have been a very safe attempt.
Yeah, this is a smart move.
But guaranteed the silver, and you've got a crack at the gold, you're going to go for it.
Yeah, and looking at Jakob's 105,
it was tough.
It was tough. I mean, it may have just been a timing issue, but...
Now, the technical controller is just holding Jakob until she finishes doing up her wrist wraps. You have to have all your equipment sorted out before you walk out onto the platform.
Yeah, so the only piece of equipment you can adjust on the platform is your belt.
107.5 on the bar. I mean, she's got no choice. She did 105 last time.
Absolutely.
This is the only thing she can do.
Go for.
But her second was tough.
Well, all Decker
Great
can do
squat
is sit
depth
back
on the
and
coach there.
That's definitely white lights. And I think she's hit the wall. She has.
Do you know, I think she moved that the wrong way. I think she went in the wrong direction off the chest. And it could have been a little bit too heavy anyway. Sometimes you make the technical error because it is too heavy.
A great example of great strategy from the coaches there, though.
Yeah, and it's difficult within a team. Typically, you'll separate them and have a different coach for each one. But it is always difficult when it's within a team. But Decker takes the win. And here is a final lift in this flight. It is Tina Voho.
Yeah, she absolutely dominated the M2s, didn't she?
110 on the bar. Oh, that's tough.
Oh, and she gets that there too. Yeah, and I knew she'd get a yellow card from a side referee. She really anticipated the press command really well.
I've finally figured out my confusion with the records, Gary. She's usually a 76, isn't she?
Oh, so she's another
she's in the
lifter that's moved
84s.
weight classes.
Yeah. Which is why I got all my records in a twist
All right,
earlier.
I'm going to make an announcement. Can everyone please stop changing weight classes? You're confusing the commentators.
So hopefully we'll just get a look
At the scoreboard there.
there's some confusion about the lights, but we've got the scoreboard here.
No, we don't.
No,
Sorry,
we don't.
That's the running order from the 76ers, which are
Okay.
up now.
All right, the jury has overruled the previous lift.
So Tina Voho's lift did get overruled.
Oh, okay.
It's difficult when that decision comes late and we can't review
Yeah,
it.
I mean, it doesn't change the outcome.
It doesn't change the outcome. She still won in the 84 kilo M2s. So we are through now to the second flight, and this is the 76 kilo class, M1, M2, M3 and M4. Lenore Gelb, USA, 440 in the M4s, 74 years old, 40 kilos on the bar. Nice easy opener.
This is good.
Yeah, that's how you want it to look. This is, I mean, the second flight's tough too because you've been timing your warm up is difficult, especially with a spotting crew like this. And not only that, you're already feeling the hype and the motivation of the first flight as well. So trying to control those emotions is really challenging.
Selena Smasham, USA. She's in the M2s, 50 to 59 age class. Only just moved up to the M2s, and she's going to open with 52.5.
Ball. 3 white lights.
3 white lights, good lift.
Some big numbers on this board today. Well, Costas Lomi on 105 in the M1. Bianotha on 105 in the M2s.
Here's Glynis Powell, Canada. M1 lifter. Looking for 57.5 kilos to open her account. Interesting grip on the left hand. If we can get a replay from the front, just take another look at that grip. No doubt it's some issue with the hand.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of lifters this week so far doing different grip on each hand. So I imagine probably a little injury or issue. I mean, I dropped a dumbbell on my finger on the rack the other night training.
Sweetie Sharma, India.
I almost cried like a baby. Yeah, I was having a look for Sharma, some data from Sharma the other night, and I couldn't actually find anything. So
Okay. No, I think it's her first time at World Bench.
Well, she got a 60 pretty well. Oh, we've got 2 red lights there.
I don't think she's realised. So if we see that back from the side, I think her butt was off all the way through.
Yeah, I don't think it ever touched, did it?
No, I don't think her butt ever touched the... She'd do well to get rid of the blocks, though.
Yeah, I think that's probably causing the problems there.
Now here's Linda Nevska, Australia, 465.
Yeah, she shouldn't have too much problems with this. I mean, she's had a little while away from the international scene. She's had a few surgeries, a few injuries. So she's coming back with bench only to start with.
Last international was a full power, Helsingborg.
Yeah, she picked up the bronze medal in the deadlift, or maybe the silver medal.
I think she got the silver in the bench.
In the bench?
Silver in the bench. Helsingborg was a great competition. That was my best ever competition.
Yeah, she almost bombed the squats on that one. I remember that. Got a 3rd one in.
Now she's been asked to replace.
The
the
feet
blocks
on the blocks
aren't quite
properly.
right. But she's going to have to get a wiggle on now.
Easy opening lift. Absolutely spot on the money.
Is good.
Yep, spot on. She'll be happy to get that lift on the board. She was pretty nervous when I was talking to her this morning. So.
We are in the M3s now, and this is Delwyn Evans, all the way from New Zealand. Have we had a New Zealand lifter up
I
to
think
now?
this is our first one this week.
It might well be. It's a long way to come, isn't it?
It is. I mean, New Zealand often send quite big teams to a lot of places, and as you said, it is a long way to come. You can't come to all of them.
She was the silver medalist in the M2s last year, moved up to the M3s this year.
Oh, nailed that one.
That was a lovely bench.
Lift is good. Bars loaded, Karen McKendry.
Now, Karen McKendry won in the 84s last year, Gary.
That's why I was
yeah,
a bit
yeah.
was not sure, because now she's in the 76s. Because she's usually in the 84s, I think.
I
Don't
like
quote
the
me on
days
that.
where people stayed in their weight class.
Oh, that was tough off the chest.
Good lift.
I'm going to wait for the right. Good lift, yep.
Now, 72 was her best result in South Africa in the 84s, and she's opened with that in the 76s.
Yeah, it's just a little bit tough off the chest there, though. I think she just mistimed her press, but she recovered really well. To be able to recover from a mistimed press is a really tough thing to do.
Next two lifters are in the M1s. This is Pamela Hodder, Canada.
You know, and they might be looking, I mean, you might be watching this and they're making their opening lifts look pretty easy, but they are, you know, almost an absolute 1RM.
Bronze medalist in this class last year. Oh, wow.
That was a rocket.
Put some weight on that bar.
Lift is good. Bars loaded, Courtney Costrino.
That was a great opening lift. I expect to see her take a decent sized jump. She's only got up 5 actually.
Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting weight class at 76s. I mean, you're really sort of between weight classes. I mean, you've got 84s, 7.5 kilos, not a big jump. 76s, for some, 7.5 not, some it is.
Very controlled descent for Courtney Costrino, USA.
Yeah, nice press
is
too.
good.
2 to
Definitely
1
red there with the
for
yellow
her.
card. Let me look from the side of this one.
Bars loaded, Joanna Noda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's take a look at the jury. That looked like the butt was off. They're discussing it. Yep, I think there's an overturn coming. And there it is.
Yep.
That's fair enough. Her butt was definitely a mile off the bench. This is Joa Ianotta, USA, for 105.
I nearly blinked and I nearly missed it. That was absolutely ridiculously fast.
That puts her out a long way in front in the M2 76 kilo class.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to be able to catch her.
Yolanda Costa Salome.
And she has been really, really consistent too over the last several years.
Our final lift in the first round is Yolanda Costa Zoliomi, Brazil, for 105. Now, we've seen her quite a lot. In fact, in the Classic, she has won the last 3 world benches in this class. In fact, she's the only person ever to win in the M1s in this class, because since the class was devised,
That's right.
she's been the top
That's
of
right,
it.
because the 76 kilo weight class hasn't been around for that long,
It
has it?
hasn't.
Lift is good.
So she is the one and only 76
Well,
kilo.
she is on her way to be winning it again.
I think so. I think it'll be tough for Hodder to catch her.
You know, if you want to get a bit of background information on lifters and a bit of history, get onto openipf.org. It is an absolutely fantastic resource.
So, Ireland Acosta Zoliomi leads the M1s ahead of Hodder and Powell. In the M2s, it's Ian Otter ahead of McKendry and Donevska. In the M3s, it's Delwyn Evans, and in the M4s, we have Lenor Gelb.
Oh, easy.
Nice second attempt there.
Yeah, that was great.
For Lenor Gelb.
Bars loaded, Selena.
And here's Selena Smasham, USA. Taking a 5 kilo increase up to 57.5.
Making it look easy.
Very easy.
This is good. Bars loaded, Glynis Powell.
Glynis Powell now currently sitting in 3rd place in the M1s with Castrino yet to get lifted. A little bit scrappy.
Yeah, got it there though.
This is good. Bars loaded.
Now, Sweetie Sharma.
Sharma.
She has requested the blocks again, but I'm not sure that's a wise move because
Yeah, I feel like she's been training in a gym where the bench has been
Yeah,
higher and
I
she's
think so
needed the
too.
blocks.
But in this case, her butt was not on that bench from the start of the, even from unracking, I think. Now, coach is taking a
Yeah,
good look,
coach is
making
taking a
sure
good look
she's
there, isn't he?
planted. Yeah, she looks much better now.
Yeah, but that adjustment to
Yeah.
her technique has caused a lot of problems
I
for her.
think
She's
the
been
problem-
struggling. I wouldn't have gone up to the 65, honestly.
Oh, she went up.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gone
Oh,
up to the
wow.
65.
No, definitely not.
I mean,
Because I think her focus was so much on her positioning, she didn't give the
Yeah.
necessary thought about the press. Oh, it wasn't a great move to go up. You're right.
no, as I said earlier this week, I've done it probably twice in my entire career as a coach.
There are times when it's appropriate, and you need to. You either go up or you're out of the competition.
Yeah.
But in a case like that, I think they were trying to stay in 3rd place.
Yeah, they've been pushing for that medal.
But you can be as strategic as you like. You still have to lift a weight. Here's Lynn Donevska, Australia, 470.
Oh, she
Lovely.
smoked 70. That is fantastic. And I'll tell you something. 6 weeks ago, she failed a second rep at 65 in training.
Bars
Wow.
loaded, Delwyn Evans.
That was superb.
It's all come together on the day. Delwyn Evans, M3. Taking a modest 2.5 kilo increment up to 72.5.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the Nevska's put in 75. Coach has put in 75 for a 3rd. Don't know if I would have done that, but
I think
she's in a
it's-
pretty solid position.
I
so.
think they're looking to get ahead of McKendry.
But you do have 2 changes for your last
This
lift.
is good.
Just needs to be careful of that tiny double movement there. If that's any more pronounced, that will fail you.
Yeah, it's not a big obvious thing, but it can catch you.
Karen McKendry, 77.5. Now, if she gets this, I would expect to see Danevska drop to 72.5.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Lynn can probably take 77. I mean, it certainly is a possibility in there, but she's also carrying a little bit of a shoulder injury as well.
This is McKendry.
Her first lift was great.
That slowed it
it
down
a lot, didn't it?
But it's a good lift nonetheless.
It is a good lift.
And I think that's really secured the silver medal for her.
Yeah, well, she'll throw on an 80 for her next one. I wouldn't expect to see her go any more than 80.
Pamela Hodder, second place lifter in the M1s. Gone up 5 to 87.5. She was in the 84s last year, gone down to the 76s this year. I don't usually have to keep such a close eye on weight classes. You usually expect that they're going to be in the same
in the
weight class.
last year or so, we're seeing a
Much
lot
more
of changes
common.
in weight classes. People aren't feeling like they're committed to a weight class anymore.
Courtney Castrino, USA, gone up 2.5. This is 90. Looking to get ahead of Hodder. Was this butt lift?
Sorry?
Was this butt lift? She missed her opener.
I'm just trying to remember it myself. Oh, that looks smooth, and I didn't see her body shift at all. There we go, 3 whites.
So Castrina moves into second place.
Bars loaded, Yolanda Costa-Zalome.
There's that bit of a double little...
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was in the last one. She was bobbling around and couldn't quite get the press off.
But I think no one is going to catch Yolanda Costa-Zalome from Brazil in this class.
She is on fire, isn't she?
She is out in a league of her own. 110 on the bar. Superb. I think another 5 on there would go fairly comfortably.
Yeah, I think easily. I mean, that was moving really quick.
She doesn't have to defend.
No, that's right. And that's exactly right. She doesn't have to defend. She's out in front. No one's going to take 110.
Joey Ianotta, USA, for 112.5.
Another massive lift, 112.5 kilos.
Bigger in the M2s than the M1s.
Wow.
It's a big jump at this weight though, 7.5. But she can handle it very easily.
Apparently for her, that is not a big jump.
The lift is good. Third and final attempts. You're on to third and final attempts.
I've not seen her lift before. She was in St. John's apparently. Benched 116 that day. So here's where we are with Yolanda Costa-Zalome heading up the M1s ahead of Castrino and Hodder. In the M2s, it's Ianotta from McKendry from Danevska. In the M3s, it's Delwyn Evans, and the M4s, we have Lenore Gelb, who is already on the platform. Looking for 47.5 for her final lift.
Lift is good.
Well, made short work of that.
Now we have a lifter in some trouble. This is Sweetie Sharma. She had her butt off the bench on her first lift, made some adjustments on her second and kept her butt down, but didn't manage to press it out.
Yeah, look, honestly, I think moving to the 65 after the failed first was a big mistake because she can't go back now. She's stuck here on a weight that she's not familiar with.
We have her PB as 55. She's got, that's really unfortunate.
Look, I think you've made the best suggestion is take the blocks away.
I think so, because that would put her in a position she's more familiar with. And she doesn't tuck much. She's got a very flared descent, and that's hard to get any drive off the chest like that.
Yeah, and you can see in that one even the butt was lifting already.
So that's a real shame, but we have Selena smash him out next for 65. Now this is unusual. She's taken a 5 kilo increase and then a 7.5.
Yeah.
But it doesn't move her position. So that seems odd. She's got Steve Petrenchek in her corner, who's been here all week.
He's been a busy man, hasn't
he? He has. He's coached just about every session.
And he's still got a smile on his face every morning when he gets here. Yeah, it was just a bit much to take.
Did seem like an odd choice. But maybe it was a lifter request. The position doesn't matter. The team points aren't affected.
Exactly right. I mean, I've often done that. I mean, here's the plan, but if a lifter makes a request and it's not going to make a difference to the outcome, give it a crack if that's what you want to try.
Here's Glynis Powell in the M1s for 65.
What a commitment, but I think the bar may have dipped. I couldn't be 100% sure.
There's a lot of movement through the lower body as well.
What a commitment, though.
I think we might have seen bar dip, a little bit of butt lift, but absolutely right. The grit and determination to grind through that. It was such a tiny dip as well. What a shame. Nevertheless, she finishes 4th in the M1s. And here is Delwyn Evans, already world champion in the M3s, looking for 75 to round out her day. Oh, it was a tough one, but she got it there.
When she gets to the top, 3 whites.
Bars loaded, Lyndon Visca.
Lindonevska, 75 kilos on the bar. I thought she might drop to 72.5 for a safe one.
Well,
if
I
she's
think
not
this is more of a personal goal. This one will get her back to, well, this will put her back to where she was before injuries and things like that.
Also, this gives her a red plate bench.
Nothing better than a red plate bench, is there? Oh, I think she's done it.
Got it.
I'll take my hat off to that.
Absolutely phenomenal.
Was brilliant. So that puts her back to her previous personal best before a year of injuries and surgeries and all sorts of things.
Yeah, great result. Karen McKendry, she is in a solid silver medal position, looking to add 2.5 kilos. Not quite today.
Yeah, we said that on a 77.5. It was tough. She did great, though. And you know what? I mean, she did really great because she's come down from the 84s. And quite often, it really affects your lifts a bit.
And
so
I think
she's done really
lifted
well.
more in the 76s than she did in the 84s. Pamela Hodder. Now, she's going to try and move ahead of Castrino in the M1s with 92.5.
Yeah, that's a good move to have a try. I mean, she's got the bronze. She's not losing that. And that looked great. I reckon she could have gone 95. That was a great move.
But she's the heavier lifter. Castrino's got 95. Oh, she's not. She's the lighter lifter.
Bars loaded.
Yeah, it's easy to say once you've done
Very
it.
much.
I could have done a bit
more.
more.
You can say she could have done easier, but we're able to say that because we just watched her do the 92.5. But I think she played the safe and smart move there. She's ahead now. It's up to Castrino to beat her.
I think so. It's always better to say I could have done more than I wish I'd tried less.
Yep.
This is Castrino for 95. How did she recover
my
that?
gosh.
Wow. That was a real...
Oh, what a shame. That
Now,
was an incredible recovery. Regardless of the lights, that was amazing.
If we could get a side view...
Bars loaded.
Yeah, her butt was up. Yeah.
What an amazing recovery.
But she lost control of the bar completely. I'm really impressed that she pressed that
And
out.
it just goes to show what a great strategic move that was from Hodder, though.
Yeah.
Had she gone 95 and failed, she'd still be in the bronze. She's gone 92.5, successful. Castrino fails and she gets the silver.
Here's Irlanda Costa Zoliomi, Brazil, for 115. And she smoked 110.
And it's a huge lift.
A little bit of work to do at the top there.
Absolutely fantastic, though. It slowed her down a little compared to the other two lifts, but
It
still
did,
a great
but that
lift.
was a dominant win.
Bars loaded. Jelena Nona.
One lift remains in this session
One massive lift, too. 117.5.
in the M2s. Joey Ianotta, USA, 117.5 on the bar. Already, she is the 76 kilo M2 world champion.
Her touch was different on that one, too. We see the
I
replay
didn't
from the
spot that.
front. You'll see her touch was a little bit different there.
That concludes the action here.
Very high on the chest,
Yeah.
isn't it?
But what a great performance, though.
Stay tuned for awards.
So, Irlanda Costa Zoliomi takes the win in the 76 kilo class, with Pamela Hodder taking the silver and Castrino the bronze. In the M2s, it's Joey Ianotta ahead of Karen McKendry and Lynn Donevska. Delwyn Evans takes the M3 world title, and Lenore Gelb is the M4 world champion. What a great session. We have the medal ceremony coming up next. I hope you'll stick around for that. And then we'll move into the junior weight categories before moving on to the Open later today. Join us then.
awards presenters today. From the United States, Bill Clayton. And from Germany, Kirsten Clawwitter Thompson. First up in the Masters 4 76 kilogram weight class, your champion from the United States, Lenore Gleb. Please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the United States National Anthem. Thank you. Next up, we have the Masters 4 84 kilogram weight class. In first place, from Canada, Susan Haywood. Please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the Canadian National Anthem. Thank you. Next up, we have the Masters 3 76 kilogram weight class. Your champion from New Zealand, Delwyn Evans. Please rise and remove your hats for the playing of New Zealand's national anthem. Thank you. Next up, we have the Masters 3 84-kilogram weight class. In second place, from Canada, Monica Wiley. And your champion from the United States, Marie Brendan. Please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the United States National Anthem. Thank you. Next up, we have the Masters 2 76-kilogram weight class. In third place, from Australia, Lynn Don Visca. In second place, from Great Britain, Karen McKendry. And your champion from the United States, Joa Ionota. Please rise and move your hats for the playing of the United States National Anthem. Thank you. Next up, we have the Masters 2 84-kilogram weight class. In third place, from Peru, Patri Fernandez. In second place, from Australia, Julie Henderson. And your champion from Finland, Tina Voho. Please rise or move your hats for the playing of the Finnish national anthem. Thank you. Next up, we have the 76 kilogram Masters One. In third place, from the United States, Courtney Costrino. In second place, from Canada, Pamela Hodder. And your champion from Brazil, Yolanda Costa Zalome. Please rise or move your hats for the playing of the Brazilian national anthem. Thank you. Finally, we have the Masters 1 84 kilogram weight class. In third place, from the United States, Rosalind Sudge. In second place, from Germany, Stephanie Nadine Jacob. And your champion from Germany, Antje Decker. Please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the German national anthem. Thank you. That concludes all the action we have here today. As our athletes parade on out, give them a huge round of applause, and we will see you for the next session.